Hi, welcome to this video series where we're going to show you how to do some basic chemistry laboratory techniques. This is Kate, my star student, who's going to demonstrate the techniques as I explain them to you. And in this first video, we're going to show you how to light a Bunsen burner and adjust the flame properly for strong heating. Before Kate starts, she's going to wear her safety goggles. And first, she'd like to show you the parts of the Bunsen burner that need to be adjusted to produce a flame that's correct for heating a substance in the laboratory. The first part you should know about is the valve at the very bottom of the burner. This is the valve that lets the gas in from the gas supply that comes from the utility company. The gas supply is the blue valve on the lab bench. And I just want to point out that that valve should always be all the way on or all the way off. When it's perpendicular to the nozzle, it's all the way off. If you turn it so that it's parallel to the nozzle, the gas is all the way on. And you never want it to be anywhere in between those two things. It's always all the way on and all the way off. The valve at the bottom of the burner is where you make fine adjustments in the gas flow. So that's used to increase or decrease the amount of gas that's coming from the bench supply. The next part you need to know about is how we let air into the burner so that the gas can burn. And that's the mixing tube that Kate has her hand on. And at the bottom of that mixing tube are little portals or air ports that allow air from the atmosphere to come in and mix with the gas so that it can light. Okay. When you turn that, you want to crack it enough so that you can see a little bit of space, and that's where the air is coming in from the atmosphere. Before you light it, before you attach it, you check that the gas tubing is not cracked or split, because we don't want any of that gas to come into the room. What she'll use to light the flame is a spark lighter. We never use matches, we never use lighters in the lab, we always use a spark lighter. The gas and air mixture want to ignite, you're just going to let the spark get them going. So the spark lighter has a flint and a little file against which the flint rubs. And you need to put some pressure toward against it so that you get a little bit of a spark. So sometimes it requires that you push hard on one direction while you're holding it in the other direction to get a good spark. Okay, so let's light it, get it set up and light it. The next step is to attach the burner tubing to the gas supply on the bench. And make sure it's on there firmly so no gas can leak out into the room. And when you're ready, you'll turn the valve on the gas bench supply and be ready to immediately light the gas-air mixture coming out of that top of that mixing tube. When she turns it on, you can sometimes hear a hissing sound. And look how beautiful that flame is.
That's perfect.
It's a perfect flame. Kate, show them what happens if you close those windows down so that you cut off the air supply. Notice how the flame gets yellow and flickery. And you'll see if you use this flame in the laboratory that it's not a very hot flame and it's also a dirty flame. So that's not the kind of flame we want to use. What we want is the flame that Kate had when she first had this burner properly adjusted. So open the windows again, Kate, and show them the flame properly adjusted. If it's properly adjusted, you'll notice that there are two cones to the flame. There's a very bright inner blue cone, and then there's a much lighter, paler outer blue cone. The hottest part of this flame, where you should always be setting things up to be heated, is just above that inner blue cone. When you're done with the burner flame, you never leave it unattended. You don't walk away and leave it burning. You turn it off, and you always turn it off at the bench supply, never at the valve at the bottom of the burner. So be sure to ask your instructor if you have any questions about how to light a Bunsen burner.